Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the processional.
Welcome to the University of Texas at Dallas. I'm Juan Gonzalez. As Graduate Dean, it is my honor to welcome all of you, doctoral candidates, faculty mentors, family, and friends, to this very special hooding ceremony. Doctoral candidates, you have achieved a major milestone. Today you move from being our students to our colleagues. This is a tremendous accomplishment, and I congratulate you on it. You have achieved this milestone not only because of your intellectual talent, but because in the face of all of life's obstacles, you have stayed determined and completed an important piece of original research. You show faith in yourselves and the importance of your ideas. You exercise self-discipline, made personal sacrifices, and your degree is a true recognition of this perseverance. It has been a privilege to be part of your academic journey to date, and I wish you the very best in your future endeavors. It is now my pleasure to call our president, Dr. Richard Benson, to the podium to add his words of welcome.
So thank you, Dean Gonzalez, and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to UT Dallas, and congratulations to each of our new PhDs. Job well done. Today's ceremony is the first of many celebrations and gatherings on our calendar for May, including university commencement this evening at 7:30. It is a ceremony wrapped into a celebration complete with a cosmic light show and a party, rain allowing, and I hope you will take part. Our hooding ceremony is designed to acknowledge the accomplishments of our students and to publicly honor the family and friends who helped make this milestone possible. So graduates, please join me in thanking these very important people, your family and friends. They certainly share in your accomplishments today. So thank you all. I know that this is an incredibly important day for everyone, including for us at UT Dallas. The work that you undertook here has greatly benefited our university. Few journeys are as intense, exhilarating, exhausting, and satisfying as the pursuit of a doctoral degree. Becoming a top expert in your field and adding something new to the body of knowledge is an achievement that very few achieve, but you did. Your passion and perseverance have led to this day and this moment, and you will receive, when you will receive the academic hood that signifies your accomplishment. The scholarly pursuits by the honored graduates that are gathered in this room extend well beyond our campus proper. Collectively, you have made us healthier and safer, our lives happier and more manageable, and our communities better. Your work is also a legacy. It becomes the foundation for future scholarship that will lead to countless other innovations. In other words, your work at UT Dallas will live on. Graduates, today we celebrate your completion of this tremendous goal. But even greater things are on the horizon, and I, for one, am excited to see what comes next for you. I have one request: don't stop. Continue to hew to the responsibilities that your degree confers. Continue to ask questions, to be guided by evidence, and to expand the boundaries of human understanding. Your bright minds have never been needed more. I'm so very proud of you and grateful. So thank you for choosing UT Dallas for your graduate studies. Thank you for helping our faculty become better scholars themselves. Thank you in advance for representing the very best of UT Dallas throughout your careers. And finally, welcome to the community of scholars. And now I turn the podium back to Dean Gonzalez.
Thank you, Dr. Benson. Sure. I would like now to introduce the members of the SAGE Party, starting with the deans. I ask that you please stand up when your name is called and remain standing, and the audience, please hold your applause until the very end. First, Dr. Niels Romer, the Dean of the Harry Bass Jr. School of Arts, Humanities, and Technology. Dr. Stephen Small, Dean of the School of Behavioral and Brain Sciences. Dr. Jennifer Holmes, Dean of the School of Economic, Political, and Policy Sciences. Dr. Stephanie Adams, Dean of the Eric Johnson School of Engineering and Computer Science. Dr. Tanya Wissinger, Interim Dean of the School of Interdisciplinary Studies. Dr. Varghese Jacob, Vice Dean, standing for Dr. Hassan Perkul, the Dean of the Naveen Jindal School of Management. Dr. David Hyman, Dean of the School of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. And I will have to say, sitting with her student somewhere out down there is Dr. Jessica Murphy, the Dean of Undergraduate Education. As well, I would like to introduce the members of the Graduate Council. Dr. Shiley Warren, Associate Dean of the Harry Bass Junior School of Arts, Humanities, and Technology. Dr. Robert Stillman, Associate Dean of the School of Behavioral and Brain Sciences. Dr. Daeyoung Kim, Associate Dean of the School of Economic, Political, and Policy Sciences. Dr. Porras Balsara, Vice Dean of the Eric Johnson School of Engineering and Computer Science. Dr. Sumit Sarkar, Director of PhD Programs, standing in for Dr. Varghese Jacob, Vice Dean of the Naveen Jindal School of Management. Previously introduced, Dr. Tanya Wissinger, Interim Dean of the School of Interdisciplinary Studies. Dr. Pankaj Chaudhry, Associate Dean of the School of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. Also on stage, Dr. Ravi Prakash, Speaker of the Faculty Senate. And Dr. Teresa Towner, Professor of the Harry Bass School of Arts, Humanities, and Technology, in our order for this afternoon. You now may be seated. Thank you. It is my pleasure to invite Dr. David Hyman, Dean of the School of Natural Sciences and Mathematics, to introduce our hooding speaker.
Thank you, Dean Gonzalez. Welcome, everyone, and congratulations to all the new graduates. What a great day. So today it's my privilege to introduce the distinguished speaker for today's doctoral hooding ceremony, Dr. Allie Kennedy Thurmond. Dr. Thurmond is a respected leader in the energy industry with over 25 years of experience. She earned her BS, MS, and PhD degrees here at UT Dallas in geoscience. Today she brings a wealth of knowledge from a remarkable career to date. Dr. Thurmond is the asset manager for Equinor, an international energy company centered in Norway. During her 18 years with Equinor, she has thrived in leadership positions with titles including Vice President for Exploration in the Gulf of Mexico, Board Member for Equinor's U.S. Holdings, and Exploration Manager for Mexico. Before joining Equinor, she was a senior statistician for the U.S. Department of Commerce. Her strategic vision and contributions are widely recognized across the nation. While at UT Dallas, her graduate studies focused on applying fieldwork, remote sensing, and radar interferometry to address structural and tectonic issues in Egypt and Ethiopia. Her embodiment of success and leadership extends beyond her professional accomplishments through altruistic passions, including the transition to clean energy, empathetic leadership, allyship, neurodiversity, and mentoring. We're honored to have Dr. Allie Kennedy Thurmond here today. Her prowess and commitment to excellence in both her industry and community serve as an inspiration to us all. She's a role model for future scientists, demonstrating the importance of being well-rounded, proactive as a citizen. Please join me in welcoming her to the stage.
Thank you, Dr. Hyman, and good afternoon. So I'd like to warm up with a little story. One morning, many years ago, when I was working on my doctorate here at UTD, hoping to be where you are right now, I was driving my young nephew Trevor to school. Now, Trevor was in a particularly foul mood because he had woken up quite done with this whole education nonsense. And he asked me, Aunt Allie, what comes after first grade? I said, second grade. He said, well, what comes after second grade? I said, third grade. This conversation continues in a fairly predictable way until Trevor asks, so how old will I be when I'm in 12th grade? I said, well, if you're as clever as you seem, you'll probably be about 18 years old. A few minutes pass. Trevor asks, Aunt Allie, how old are you? I tell him my age. I was about 30 at the time. He says, and you're still in school, right? I said, yes. He said, so you must not be very clever. There have been days when I have wondered if Trevor was right. But today is not one of those days, because today I am honored to be speaking to you, the UTD doctoral class of 2023. Honored to be speaking in front of your family and your friends, professors, administrators, all who have supported you in your journey to this amazing achievement. And I am grateful to Dr. Gonzalez for the invitation and this opportunity. And I thought a lot about what I wanted to do with this opportunity. And my first instinct was to think about what I needed to hear when I was sitting where you are. And then I realized that's actually a terrible idea, because let's be honest, the world has changed. And yes, I know the world is always changing, but we have to acknowledge that it's changing at a pace and at a scale and with consequences that are far different than when I was sitting in that seat. Let's just take one example. Throughout your graduate education, you have endured and survived a global pandemic. By contrast, I survived Y2K. Think about it. We thought planes were going to fall from the skies and global economies were going to come grinding to a halt, and we had all of these apocalyptic expectations that were ultimately met with fireworks, like every other year. But planes didn't quite fall from the skies, but the world stopped flying, and global economies did come grinding to a halt. And many of you sit here today thinking of a lost loved one who isn't here to celebrate this achievement with you. And through it all, you had every justification to quit, to reprioritize and focus your time and energy on something else, but you didn't. You endured, and you are here. So no, you don't need to hear what I needed to hear when I was sitting in that seat. You need to hear something different, because the world needs something different from you. And then you have something very different to give to the world. So what does that look like? Well, I think it looks like leadership reimagined. And when I say it out loud like that, it does sound a little fluffy. So let me see if I can make it a bit more concrete. So the world has always needed leaders. It always will. That's not what's different. And realize it or not, you are leaders. Whether or not you take on a future role developing people or developing thought, you have reached the highest academic level in your field, and people will look to you. They will look to you for inspiration, for motivation, and especially in challenging times. And throughout history, there have been many times when we have needed leaders to navigate us through a generational challenge, whether that challenge was geopolitical, economic, social, environmental, technological. We have had leaders navigate us through a challenge that would ultimately reshape the structural fabric of our society for future generations. But today, we leaders, which includes you, we leaders are being called upon to navigate society through generational challenges on multiple fronts. For instance, we're being asked to reimagine the way we work because society is demanding a better work-life balance. We're being asked to reimagine the role technology will play in our society, given advances in things like AI and machine learning. And for the record, no, ChatGPT did not tell me to say that. We're being asked to reimagine our energy systems so that all of humanity can have affordable access to progress while we at the same time heal a damaged planet. We're being asked to reimagine our social contracts so that we can in turn reimagine healthcare, immigration, justice, education, and all through the lens of equality and equity. We're being asked to reimagine consumerism and capitalism as we settle into this post-COVID world where the financial metrics of the past are not necessarily indicative or trusted in the future. And we're being asked to reimagine pathways to peace and stability in a time where, again, we have war in Europe, increasing nationalism, and pressures on global powers and allies. Folks, that's a lot. And with all of that, why would we not need to reimagine leadership? Because the leadership of the past is not equipped to navigate society through the collision of multiple generational challenges happening at one time. And in 10 to 20 years from now, there'll be entire shelves of books telling us exactly how we should have been leading in this moment. But unless one of you have developed a time machine as part of your dissertation, we're going to have to figure this one out as we go. And then maybe we'll be the ones writing the books. It is truly an extraordinary and exciting time to be a leader. But the world needs us to lead differently. Now, as leaders, which you are, what is it that all of you have that's different that the world needs? Well, let's start with the characteristics that you all share. You're all intelligent, driven, committed, passionate, and resilient. I know this because it's baked into the hood you're about to have draped around your neck. And yes, the world needs all of that. It desperately needs all of that, because you cannot tell me that the collective brains in this room don't have the potential to solve our greatest challenges. But in order to do that, the world needs more than what you have in common. It also needs what you don't have in common. To illustrate my point, I'd like to conduct a little exercise. I invite everyone in the room to participate. It's painless, I promise. I'd like to ask each of you to look into the eyes of the person sitting to your left. They say memories are tied to emotions, and I love to use that silly exercise when I want a group of people to remember an important point. The collective brains in this room, with all of your intelligence, drive, commitment, and passion, won't solve our greatest challenges if you each approach it in the exact same way. We talk about diversity in terms of gender, ethnicity, and identity, but it isn't our anatomy or the color of our skin or who we love that creates value, but it's those characteristics that shape our experiences and our perceptions, which then influence our unique approach. It is our diverse approach that creates value and can drive the solutions the world needs. But when we use energy to adapt our approach in order to conform to others, we all lose, because it takes a lot of energy to be something that you're not. For a woman to adapt her leadership style so she can lead more like a man, or for a person of color, a person foreign born, to adapt their appearance or adapt to a culture they don't relate to. When we conform to other people's expectations of who we are, we use energy that could have otherwise been spent advancing progress. And if we are to reimagine leadership so that we can navigate society through the collision of multiple generational challenges, we will need all of our energy, approaching those challenges as our best selves, not as someone else. This is authenticity. And when we can lead authentically, we have the potential to perform at our best. And in these times, the world needs us at our very, very best. So if all of that sounds easy to you, I'm about to make it a whole lot harder. Because while authenticity amplifies us as individuals, we never succeed alone. A British economist named Matt Ridley gave a fascinating TED Talk. I'll never forget the name of it. It was called When Ideas Have Sex. And Ridley concludes that as a species, we don't actually advance or progress without the exchange and mating of ideas, a little something we call collaboration. Now, don't confuse this with teamwork, because when you think of an inspirational poster for teamwork, we often think of ants. Ants doing some pretty cool stuff, forming bridges with their linked little bodies, coordinating amongst themselves to do what no single ant can do alone. I mean, come on, it's pretty awesome teamwork. But let me ask you this. After 140 million years of evolution, what have ants accomplished? As opposed to only 300,000 years of evolution, humans have gone on to do extraordinary things. Some pretty scary things too, but extraordinary. And that's because ants work for a queen ant who has but one objective: to make more ants. Whereas we humans, when we collaborate, we are equal partners working together to realize a shared goal. So here's where it gets hard. We must collaborate in order to advance and drive the solutions the world needs, but we must contribute with our own unique approach. This means that not only must we act authentically, we must expect others to as well. And we must expect that their approach may be very different from ours. And while acting authentically can be empowering, accepting that from others can be challenging. Throughout my career, It has been the inability to thread this needle that has derailed the best projects or limited the potential of the best teams, getting everyone to use all of their energy approaching a challenge as their best authentic selves while holding space for others who may have a very different approach, and then working together effectively and efficiently, collaborating inclusively. In the end, individuals often sacrifice authenticity and they conform, and our teams fall short of meeting the moment. Don't underestimate how hard this is. And while reimagining leadership so that we can lead authentically and collaborate inclusively is a heavy lift, we cannot afford to live with the status quo. We need a new approach to leadership to meet the moments ahead. It takes building and strengthening new muscles as individuals and as societies. It's about evolving, not conforming. While I can never have the same experiences as a person of color or a biological male, I can be curious and empathetic, and I can learn about their experiences, so I evolve my thinking rather than conform to other people's expectation. What would it look like if we all evolved our expectations of each other? To this end, the most profound advice I ever received throughout my leadership journey was this: leadership happens in between. And the reason this advice has been so profound for me is because it's grown with me. Early in my career, I interpreted it to mean that leadership isn't just a person. Leadership is what happens between people. Or leadership isn't about achieving a milestone, but leadership is what happens between milestones. As I've continued to traverse my career, I now apply that definition of leadership to our challenges, because many of the challenges we face are framed as dilemmas, a choice that has to be made between equally necessary goals. For instance, in my line of work in the energy industry, we talk about an energy trilemma, the challenge of choosing between three equally necessary goals of energy security, energy affordability, and environmental sustainability. But leadership is not about choosing between equally necessary goals. Leadership happens in between so that all necessary goals are met. In the future, when you struggle to drive change, ask yourself, are you focusing your attention in between? Because that's where the magic will happen. I'll conclude with this. Albert Einstein is credited with saying, we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. The world will look to you as leaders in your field to think and lead differently. So take all of that intelligence, drive, commitment, and passion and meld it to your unique experiences and perceptions and lead authentically. And then be curious and empathetic and evolve your expectation of others so that you can collaborate inclusively. And then focus your attention in between, because that's where impactful leadership will happen. In these extraordinary times, reimagine leadership so that you can be the change the world needs to see. And I believe you're all clever enough to meet this moment. Congratulations on this amazing achievement. I look forward to leading with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Thurman, for that wonderful speech. Isn't she amazing? It is now my pleasure to invite Dr. Towner to the podium. Dr. Towner, our order for today will ask the graduate council representative from each school to come forward and introduce their doctoral student and their hooding professors after a few words about the history of regalia.
Before we begin the hooding ceremony itself, I'd like to tell you something about the regalia you're going to wear for the rest of your academic career. Doctoral robes have 3 velvet stripes on each sleeve and often feature the colors of the universities in which they were earned. The hood you will receive today has its origins in medieval Europe, when it was adopted for use by monks, clergy, and university students, all of whom used it not only as a covering for the head and shoulders, but to hold alms and money, of which I would add they never had enough. By the 15th century, it had come to be seen as a symbol of graduation and taken on distinctive colors and materials. The modern doctoral hood is about 4 feet long with 5-inch velvet edging, which at this university is dark blue to signify the Doctor of Philosophy degree, or gold and yellow for the Doctor of Science. The hood you will shortly be wearing is lined with university colors of orange, green, and white. These were chosen by the university's first president and his assistant in 1971. The conferral of this hood will distinguish you among other scholars as a University of Texas at Dallas graduate. I now invite Dean Romer, Dean of the Harry W. Bass Jr. School of Arts, Humanities, and Technology, to come forward and assist the president. Will Amel Sami Shafiq, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Humanities, please come forward. Dr. Shafiq will be hooded by Dr. Warren. Will Lynette Ott Cooper, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Humanities, Studies in Literature, please come forward. Dr. Cooper will be hooded by Dr. Warren. I now invite Dr. Warren, Associate Dean, to call the rest of the candidates.
Will Jamie Morgan Field, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Arts, Technology, and Emerging Communication, please come forward. Dr. Field will be hooded by Dr. Knight. Will Jansu Noor Simsek, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Arts, Technology, and Emerging Communication, please come forward. Dr. Simsek will be hooded by Dr. Cooley. Will James Everett Wilder, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Humanities, Aesthetic Studies, please come forward. Dr. Wilder will be hooded by Dr. Madriguera. Will Elizabeth Stringer, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Arts, Technology, and Emerging Communication, please come forward. Dr. Stringer will be hooded by Dr. Balsamo. Will Alan Isaac Alanis Perez, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Humanities, History of Ideas, please come forward. Dr. Alanis Perez will be hooded by Dr. Hatfield. Will Justin Tyrone Hill, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Literature, please come forward. Dr. Hill will be hooded by Dr. Hatfield. Will Joanna Grace Workman, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Humanities, Studies in Literature, please come forward. Dr. Workman will be hooded by Dr. Patterson. Will Joan Dresner Bernstein, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Humanities, please come forward. Dr. Bernstein will be hooded by Drs. Patterson and Wilson. And we'd like to recognize Dr. Bernstein for being our most senior doctorate graduate to date. Congratulations, Joan. Congratulations, Joan. Will Mark Lance Lusk, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and Humanities Studies in Literature, please come forward. Dr. Lusk will be hooded by Dean Murphy. Will Tong He, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and Literature, please come forward. Dr. He will be hooded by Dr. Gu. Will Ying Ma, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and Literature, please come forward. Dr. Ma will be hooded by Dr. Smith. Will Addison Shirey, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and Literature, please come forward. Dr. Shirey will be hooded by Dr. Towner. Will Jason Anthony Walker, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and Literature, please come forward. Dr. Walker will be hooded by Dr. Towner. Will Aaron Cummings, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and History of Ideas, please come forward. Dr. Cummings will be hooded by Dr. Gonzalez. Congratulations, everyone.
I now invite Dr. Small, Dean of Behavioral and Brain Sciences, to come forward and assist the President, and Dr. Stillman, Associate Dean, to call each candidate.
With Tresica Therese August, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Audiology, please come forward. Dr. August will be hooded by Dr. Foster. Will Julie Lynn Bihar, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Audiology, please come forward. Dr. Bihar will be hooded by Dr. Coakley. Will Annabelle Elizabeth Bowl, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Audiology, please come forward. Dr. Bowl will be hooded by Dr. Coakley. Will Tracy Celise Brinkley, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Audiology, please come forward. Dr. Brinkley will be hooded by Dr. Coakley. Will Lauren Claire Sewell, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Audiology, please come forward? Dr. Sewell will be hooded by Dr. Coakley. Will Emily Ann Suarez, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Audiology, please come forward? Dr. Suarez will be hooded by Dr. Coakley. Will Courtney Marilyn Bush, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Audiology, please come forward? Dr. Bush will be hooded by Dr. Roser. Will Kristen Cronenberger, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Audiology, please come forward? Dr. Cronenberger will be hooded by Dr. Fowler. Will Rebecca Janelle Peters, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Audiology, please come forward? Dr. Peters will be hooded by Dr. Thibodeau. Will Chi Tran, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Audiology, please come forward? Dr. Tran will be hooded by Dr. Thibodeau. Will Caroline Rose Adams, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Audiology, please come forward? Dr. Adams will be hooded by Dr. Laborinas. Will Spencer Pivahouse, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Audiology, please come forward? Dr. Pivahouse will be hooded by Dr. Laborinas. Will Monica Trevino, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Communication Sciences and Disorders, please come forward? Dr. Trevino will be hooded by Dr. Laborinas. Will Adrienne Marie DeFroy, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Communication Sciences and Disorders, please come forward? Dr. DeFroy will be hooded by Dr. Rollins. Will Moino Kume, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Cognition and Neuroscience, please come forward? Dr. Kume will be hooded by Dr. Price. Will Connor John Pardee, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Cognition and Neuroscience, please come forward? Dr. Pardee will be hooded by Dr. O'Toole. Will Yi Zhu, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and Psychological Sciences, please come forward? Dr. Zhu will be hooded by Dr. Park.
I now invite Dr. Holmes, Dean of the School of Economic, Political, and Policy Sciences, to come forward and assist the President, and Dr. Kim, Associate Dean, to call each candidate.
Will Jessica Corey, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Criminology, please come forward. Dr. Corey will be hooded by Dr. Worrell. Will Quinn Trevor Golden, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Criminology, please come forward. Dr. Golden will be hooded by Dr. Worrell. Will Yeonjae Park, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Criminology, please come forward. Dr. Park will be hooded by Dr. Viridis. Will Soo-hyun Choi, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Economics, please come forward. Dr. Choi will be hooded by Dr. Geertz. Will Wan Wei, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Economics, please come forward. Dr. Wei will be hooded by Dr. Geertz. Will Huen Tu Nguyen, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Economics, please come forward. Dr. Nguyen will be hooded by Dr. Gonzalez. Will Mei-Fang Chen, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Geospatial Information Science, please come forward. Dr. Chen will be hooded by Dr. Chen. Will Connor Donegan, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Geospatial Information Science, please come forward. Dr. Donegan will be hooded by Dr. Chen. Will Lassia Venigala, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Geospatial Information Science, please come forward. Dr. Venigala will be hooded by Dr. Gonzalez. Will Aaron Matthew Lebo, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Political Science, please come forward. Dr. Lebo will be hooded by Dr. Brent. Will Dan D. Hong, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Public Affairs, please come forward. Dr. Hong will be hooded by Dr. Sabral. Will Adela Santana, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Public Policy and Political Economy, please come forward. Dr. Santana will be hooded by Dr. Hicks. Will Urjuk Ayur Apek Urjuk, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Public Policy and Political Economy, please come forward. Dr. Urjuk will be hooded by Dr. Holmes.
Somebody's cheering section always wins. I now invite Dr. Adams, Dean of the Eric Johnson School of Engineering and Computer Science, to come forward and assist the President, and Dr. Balsara, Vice Dean, to call each candidate.
Will Unit Kumar Banga, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Banga will be hooded by Dr. Prasad. Will Vikram Narayanan Dhamu, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Dhamu will be hooded by Drs. Prasad and Muthukumar. Will Kara Peak, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Peak will be hooded by Dr. Warner. Will Andrea Ruiz Orona, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Ruiz Orona will be hooded by Dr. Hayes. Will Suraj Nankishore Kothawade, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Kothawade will be hooded by Dr. Iyer. Will Tian Chen, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Science, please come forward. Dr. Chen will be hooded by Dr. Wu. Will Harsha Kokil, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Science, please come forward. Dr. Kokil will be hooded by Dr. Natarajan. Will Brian Dennis Malouf, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Science, please come forward. Dr. Maloof will be hooded by Drs. Bereg and Sudborough. Congratulations, Hal. Congrats, Hal. How are you? Will Cheng Shu Zhang, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Science, please come forward. Dr. Zhang will be hooded by Dr. Guo. Will Ashwin Bobani Baral, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Baral will be hooded by Dr. Torlak. Will Muhammad Imrul Hassan, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Hassan will be hooded by Dr. Saqib. Will Naimul Hassan, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Hassan will be hooded by Dr. Friedman. Will Farzane Jalali, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Jalali will be hooded by Dr. O. Will Ovidio Rodriguez Lopez, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Lopez will be hooded by Dr. Gonzalez. Will Wei Cheng Lin, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Lin will be hooded by Dr. Buso. Will Andrea Vidal Salazar, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Vidal Salazar will be hooded by Dr. Buso. Will Shivashankar Tyagarajan, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Tyagarajan will be hooded by Dr. Makris. Will Yung Ji Zhang, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Zhang will be hooded by Dr. Makris. Will Tiangliang Zhang, certified candidate for the Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, please come forward? Dr. Zhang will be hooded by Dr. Fumagalli. Will Devesh Kumar, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, please come forward? Dr. Kumar will be hooded by Dr. Roteya. Will Chiang Liu, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering, please come forward? Dr. Liu will be hooded by Dr. Roteya. Will Jyotirmoy Roy Sarma please come forward? Will Jyotirmoy Sarma, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering, please come forward? Dr. Sarma will be hooded by Dr. Dai. Congratulations. Will Michael Brett Seeger, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering, please come forward? Dr. Seeger will be hooded by Dr. Malik. Will Shadi Zaheri, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering, please come forward? Dr. Zaheri will be hooded by Dr. Hassanipur. Will Runyu Zhang, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering, please come forward? Dr. Zhang will be hooded by Dr. Lu. Will Yao Kiao Hu, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Material Science and Engineering, please come forward? Dr. Hu will be hooded by Dr. Cho. Will Darlene Odin Nilsson, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Material Science and Engineering, please come forward? Dr. Nielsen will be hooded by Dr. Fischetti. Will Xiang Yu Zhu, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Material Science and Engineering, please come forward? Dr. Zhu will be hooded by Dr. Kim. Congratulations, graduates.
I now invite Dr. Jacob, Vice Dean of the Naveen Jindal School of Management, to come forward and assist the President. Will Digle Yamur Ozdemir, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Science, please come forward? Dr. Ozdemir will be hooded by Dr. Sakar. I now invite Dr. Sakar, Director of PhD Programs, to call the rest of the candidates.
Will Jianan Lee, a certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in International Management Studies, please come forward. Dr. Lee will be hooded by Dr. Sang. Will Yufang Chu, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Science, please come forward. Dr. Chu will be hooded by Dr. Files. Will Omid Elmi, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Science, please come forward. Dr. Elmi will be hooded by Dr. Gonzalez. Will Shujian Gu, certified candidate for the Doctor of Philosophy in Management Science, please come forward. Dr. Go will be hooded by Dr. Nanda. Will Jiadi Zhu, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Science, please come forward. Dr. Zhu will be hooded by Dr. Nanda. Will Jiapeng He, certified candidate for the Doctor of Degree of Philosophy in Management Science, please come forward. Dr. He will be hooded by Dr. Zhang. Will Sitharaman Chandrasekhar Manchiraju, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Science, please come forward. Dr. Manchiraju will be hooded by Dr. Janaki Raman. Will Jake Allen Smith, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Science, please come forward. Dr. Smith will be hooded by Dr. Rebello. Will Dongi Song, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Science, please come forward. Dr. Song will be hooded by Dr. Creedy. Will Tyagarajan Subramanian, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Science, please come forward. Dr. Subramanian will be hooded by Dr. Murthy. Will Eamon Butcher, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Science, please come forward. Dr. Butcher will be hooded by Dr. Radhakrishnan. Congratulations to all the Navin General graduates.
I now invite Dr. Heinemann, Dean of the School of Natural Sciences and Mathematics, to come forward and assist the President, and Dr. Chowdhury, Associate Dean of Graduate Studies, to call each candidate.
Will Madison Berger, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, please come forward? Dr. Berger will be hooded by Dr. Cisneros. Will Fabian Castro, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, please come forward? Dr. Castro will be hooded by Dr. Gasson Smith. Will Masume Tajik Asl, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, please come forward? Dr. Tajik Asl will be hooded by Dr. Ferraris. Will Yulang Wu, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Geosciences, please come forward? Dr. Wu will be hooded by Dr. McMachan. Will Nisha Yadav, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Mathematics, please come forward? Dr. Yadav will be hooded by Dr. Gonzalez. Will Rebecca Lynn Chase, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Molecular and Cell Biology, please come forward? Dr. Chase will be hooded by Dr. Schwan. Will Haley Christine Dahl, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Molecular and Cell Biology, please come forward? Dr. Dahl will be hooded by Dr. Delk. Will Ashwini Ray, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Molecular and Cell Biology, please come forward? Dr. Ray will be hooded by Dr. Spiro. Will Bell Marco Sharon, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Molecular and Cell Biology, please come forward? Dr. Sharon will be hooded by Drs. Denisco and Palmer. Will Kartik Urs Bangalore Shashikant Raj Urs, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Molecular and Cell Biology, please come forward? Dr. Shashikant Raj Urs will be hooded by Dr. Reitzer. Will Asiye Asadzadeh, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Physics, please come forward? Dr. Asadzadeh will be hooded by Dr. Lumata. Will Purvi Adhya, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Physics, please come forward. Dr. Adhya will be hooded by Dr. Sanderson and Valadares. Will Saif Ali, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Physics, please come forward. Dr. Ali will be hooded by Dr. King. Will Evangelos Stoikos, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Physics, please come forward. Dr. Stoikos will be hooded by Dr. Kesden. Will Ashan Prabhashwara Vetashinge, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Physics, please come forward. Dr. Vetasinghe will be hooded by Dr. Slinker. Will Tejas Bedi, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Statistics, please come forward. Dr. Bedi will be hooded by Dr. Lee. Will Kevin Charles Lutz, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Statistics, please come forward. Dr. Lutz will be hooded by Dr. Lee. Will Huan Chen, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Statistics, please come forward. Dr. Chen will be hooded by Dr. Tang. Congratulations.
Well, graduates, it's a lot more fun to wear the hood than carry it around, isn't it? You all look good, and you know you didn't get here by yourself, and although you've done it once before, I think you would mean a lot more if you stood up now and turned around and faced the people who brought you here, wherever they are, and gave them the round of applause that they really deserve. And finally, on behalf of the faculty at the University of Texas at Dallas, it is my great pleasure, honor, privilege, and joy to welcome you fully and officially into the community of scholars. Thank you.
With your permission, I would like to make a few remarks. UT Dallas was founded in 1969, and it started as a graduate school, conferring only master's and doctoral degrees for the first few years of its existence. The first degree awarded at UTD was a doctoral degree in geosciences to Dr. Jose Francisco Longoria Treviño in 1972. Since then, UT Dallas has grown into a comprehensive educational institution with more than 32,000 students and close to 10,000 of those in graduate programs. Awarding doctoral degrees has steadily progressed from that very first degree in 1972, crossing milestones of 50, 100, 150, 250 degrees per year. This year, we are projected to award more than 275 doctoral degrees, a remarkable number for an institution of our size and age. We look forward to crossing the next milestone of 300 doctoral degrees per year, something that I know will greatly please Dr. Benson. It is my deep honor to announce that during this ceremony, UT Dallas has now awarded his 5,000th doctoral degree. This means that throughout his history, this institution has awarded an average of close to 100 doctoral degrees per year, an achievement that I'm sure is unmatched in higher education. I am proud to say that our doctoral students are placed all over the world as leaders in industry, research, and academia. As I mentioned, this journey all started with our first degree in 1972. At that time, we did not have a hooding ceremony. We did not have well-established traditions. We didn't even have colors at that point of the school. At that time, our first doctoral recipient, Dr. Jose Longoria Trevino, simply accepted a diploma from one of our administrators. Today, we have been granted an opportunity to correct that. And we are pleased to have Dr. Longoria Trevino, our very first doctoral student, graduate here with us. I would like to ask Dr. Benson to join me in the front of the stage, and I ask Dr. Chaudhry, the Associate Dean for the School of Natural Sciences and Mathematics, to formally call Dr. Longoria Trevino to the stage.
Will Jose Francisco Longoria Trevino, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Geological Sciences, please come forward? Dr. Longoria Trevino will be hooded by Drs. Benson and Gonzalez.
Thank you. What a nice.
Congratulations to Dr. Longoria Trevino. Thank you for traveling to Dallas and for joining us in this ceremony. By the way, Dr. Longoria had a long, successful academic career and retired about 5 years ago. He's still very active. We had a great conversation this morning. Awarding more than 5,000 degrees is a great achievement for our young institution and one that we celebrate. The actual number awarded so far is 5,007, so we're well aware to our next milestone of 10,000 doctoral degrees. I'm not going to be here for that one, I think. Congratulations to all. As we conclude this joyous occasion, I repeat my heartfelt congratulations to our newest doctoral recipients in this highly significant achievement. One of the greatest honors and rewards as a graduate dean is to award these new doctorates with their colorful hoods. You have earned the privilege to wear the hood in academic regalia at all future occasions, and in doing so, will represent UT Dallas with distinction. Every once in a while I wear it around home to try to get some respect, but it doesn't work anyway very well. You are now a permanent part of UT Dallas. Stay in touch, continue sharing your talents and accomplishments so we can continue to rejoice with you on your future successes. Speaking of rejoicing, it is wonderful that your family and friends are here for this doctoral hooding ceremony. Your accomplishment today is truly a joint effort, and you could not have succeeded without their encouragement and sacrifices in supporting your success. As we're expressing appreciation, I must finish by expressing mine to those who brought together this ceremony, including the stage party, staff members from my office, and most especially Special Events Coordinator Lila Fortin, and our wonderful graduate readers. I think I saw them over there. Lisa Grimley, Brantley Samore, and Allison Nepotnik, who read and assisted with the formatting of every one of your dissertations, some of them multiple times, by the way. I ask that the audience remain seated as first the stage party, then the newly minted doctorates and their supervisors process out. The audience can then join them to continue the celebration in the lobby for a small reception and welcome to the alumni community. Again, my wholehearted congratulations to each and every one of you.
Thank you.